We got a target, our first little picker. Where we lose it. There we go. Just the tip of my finger. This will call for some tweezers. And let's get this bad boy out.
Alright. Well, I've been down so long that my mind can't get no rest. No, no. I've been down so long that my mind can't get no rest. No, no. This ain't easy, darling, 'cause the devil's on my trail.
Welcome back, guys, and how are you all doing? Today we're going to do some gold crevicing in a very, very brand new creek to me. I've never been to this location before. I'm quite curious to see if there is any gold, considering there are mines all around in these hills behind me. So I'll give us a look at the crevice I've selected to be my first victim that we're going to work good and thoroughly. We'll load our pan up. It's already producing some juicy, sticky, dark, bluish clay. And that's the right recipe you need if you want to find some half decent gold. Fingers crossed I haven't contradicted myself and when we don't find a single thing, but I'm quite confident this creek would hold some gold values. Yeah, that's some juicy, sticky looking stuff. If there was gold traveling down this creek, it would definitely get stuck up in this clay. Once I've finished removing all the larger, chunkier gravels, we shall get the bait pump into this and start cleaning it out properly. We'll do our first test pan, see if we yield anything in the first results, and then we'll decide what we're going to do from then on. Got one microscopical little speck out of our first test pan. So that one speck is telling me there is gold in this gully, just not a great substantial amount that I'm sort of salivating over. So what we may do is probably 2 or 3 more pans just off camera before we pack up and look for a new spot to test out. So that's what I will do. I'll do a couple more pans off camera, get things all organised, see if we can't find anything a bit more substantial, and then we will move on. Just want to go for a little bit of a mosey downstream here and just scout all this bedrock here and keep my eyes peeled for snakes. Something's had a bit of a lay down in here, probably a kangaroo, but also got a bit of a gully heading up that way. Might even take a test pan out there, but probably not today. But yeah, not too much of interest other than the bedrock that's exposing across the creek. Could probably go for a meander on up over there. Just see what's on the other side of that hill. I'm pretty sure there's a mine shaft over there somewhere. But what my focus for today is just to do a bit of crevicing, get some gold, and yeah, have a bit of fun. Okay, off camera, we just bait pumped out this crevice before we decided to pack up and leave. And we got 2 specks of gold out of that one crevice. Now, I don't know how well you're going to be able to see that piece, but that is Reef Gold. It's very coarse, and so is that piece. It's very rough and has very sharp edges to it. Now, what that's telling me is there definitely is hard rock mines further up or very close to where I'm at. The thing is, it's not shedding very much at all because we're not finding very much at all. What we will do is probably do a few more test pans from some crevices around this slab of bedrock, just to give me a bit better idea of what's going on. My first pan yielded me 1 micro speck. My second pan yielded me 2 very rough pieces of Reef Gold. So we'll do a few more test pans just from around this general area. I may even get the gold monster out, just swing over this bedrock, see if we can't find any little pickers, which I probably doubt given it's a hard rock mining area and a lot of the gold predominantly is going to be super fine, small specks of gold. So we'll give that a go and see how it turns out, and I will keep you posted in just one moment. That's interesting. It would appear that we've got something going on in here somewhere. So what I may do is just bait pump out all the sealed material around this rock. We will give this a bit of a tap with the hammer, free it up, see if we're still getting a target, and then we'll go from there. I'm going to have to transfer all my concentrate into this bucket also because I forgot my snuffer bottle up at the car. Could be the slime here setting me detector off also. We've still got our target in here. Looks like a chunk of quartz, that. And that was absolutely nothing at all. I just grabbed a few interesting looking pieces of that quartz, threw it in my bucket. We'll take that home, crush it down at a later date. If there is anything in it, I will post a picture right here. But as you can see, there was nothing in it, so there's no picture. Now, what I will do is get the bait pump. I'm going to just hit most of these crevices on this slab of bedrock, and we will just see if the gold gets better, more plentiful. But I am just going to follow the water flow and just pop crevices and bait pump out anything I can get me crevicing pump into, all the low points and all that fun stuff. So that is exactly what we will do. One last pan from this here crevice that I got the 2 good specks out of. I just punched down into some juicy clay. So hopefully she's got something good in it. Okay, we have now bait pumped out that crevice we got the 2 nice pieces of gold out of. As you can see, that has gone down quite a ways. Where's me crevicing tool? Yeah, as you can see, it's gone down quite a ways from where I got my first sample from. So that's all our material. And I'm a little more excited to pan this one out because we got two specks in their first pan out of this crevice. And since then I've wriggled some large jammed in rocks, freed them up and bait pumped it absolutely clean. So we may get more than 2 specks out of this pan. A quick pan out. Hopefully we'll find a nice little specy. It's all Reef Gold though. It's pretty cool. A lot of lead shot too. As you can see, a lot of reefy gold up in there. So there's a vein shedding out somewhere very close by. Wonder what way it's coming from. Up that way or up that way. What I'll do is add that into my little collection bucket until we get back up to the car, then I'll transfer it over into the snuffer bottle. I'll empty the snuffer bucket and we will see how much fine gold I've gotten for this little area just here. It's not a great deal, but it's definitely worth coming back for. Who knows, we could be just around the corner from exposing a gold vein, but I'll save that. We'll get all these larger pieces of quartz. I'm going to crush up when I get home, see what goes on with those. They were the bits that were giving me a signal. As you can see, we do have a few little pieces, no pickers, but it is all very, very coarse. Let's see if I can zoom it in for you. Let's see how rough some of these pieces are though. Very nice. So we'll get all our gear, we'll head back up to the car, and I will see yous at our very next location. Oh, finally made it back to the car. It's been about 2 hours since I last turned the camera on down the bottom of that hill, and I had the bright idea to go and explore the very top of that hill up there. I followed a old mining ore cart road that sort of meandered around this hill and then up onto that hill, and it just sort of kept zigzagging all the way to the top. And it took me the best part of 2 hours to get up and back. Oh, absolutely rat shit now. So what I will do is get my camera on the charge and head into town, get myself a nice refreshing beverage and catch my breath a little bit, and then we will go do some crevicing along Adlon Creek to finish off the rest of today. Just like that, we are nice, refreshed and ready to go for round 2. I've located some half decent looking crevices, so let's scratch these ones out, see what they got to offer. We've got some nice hard packed gravels in there, nice build up of gravels in here. Some nice gravels in there that looked pretty well jammed in there. There's a nice crevice over the back there. And we also have a bit of a crevice in amongst here. But what I'm going to do is scratch this one out first, because we have a target in here with the gold monster. It's flicking between iron and gold, so it could be anything really. Okay, we got some nice jammed in rocks in here. Try and wriggle them free if we can. Okay, So we'll get all this cleaned out. I'll load the pan up, then I'll bring you along while we pan her on out, eh? Okay, not a single speck in that one. Must have been a hot rock. Not one speck in that. So I dare say she would have been a hot rock. We'll throw the detector over that crevice one last time just to make sure. And then we will move on to a better crevice somewhere. We've now moved down a little bit and hopefully this patch of bedrock can catch a little bit of gold for moi. So we'll swing the gold monster around, see what it has to offer in the way of targets, and then we'll look for some potential crevices. We got a target, our first little picker. Ah, where we lose it. There we go. Just the tip of my finger. This will call for some tweezers. And let's get this bad boy out. Oh yeah. Nice little picker. Very nice. Okay, one little picker for the collection. We know there's gold on this bedrock now, and this piece of gold is right next to this crevice just here, so that will be the one we're going to work. Right after I find a few more little pickers with the gold monster, because that's quite fun and addictive once you start finding gold with it. Just got our second piece with the gold monster. And now I have lost it. Oh no, I haven't. Right there. Let me clean her up. Nice picker. We'll add that into the bottle and we will start doing some crevicing. Got a nice jagged bottom on it, so that might be good for holding gold, but I just don't like the look of this sand. Tons of black sand in here. Have a sneaky peeky. Does not look like we got anything in that either. I will just repan back through it just to make sure, but as far as I'm concerned, there's nothing in that. Yep, just as we suspected, there was only one microscopical undersized piece that had to go back. Thought we'll give this one a scratch out. I'm starting to like the material coming out of it, so I will persevere. Scrape all that down. We'll do another pan out. See if that one tickles me fandangle, and if not, we'll pack up, call it a day, eh? We got about 4 specks out of that one. Let's see if we can't find them for you. There we go. Oh, stay still. 1, 2, 3, and we lost the 4th one somewhere. So I will add those 7 ounces into the snuffer bottle because it is going to definitely make a difference with my monthly income. So that's what we will do with that batch. And we will probably get the gold monster out, have a quick little swing around on this bedrock one last time, see if we can't find one more little picker, and then I'm off. I've got to get back, do the school run once again. Would appear we got something in here. Saying all iron. But we will dig it up because you never know what it is. You can't always trust that little gauge on the gold monster because it can give you false readings occasionally. Stick a bit of water on into it. Can't see anything substantial as of yet. We got her somewhat out. Don't know if I got the target. It would appear so. We've got all our material in the pan. I'll pan this one out quickly and then we'll see what it is and get out of here. Oh yeah. Oh, we got another picky. Oh yeah, baby. Oh, hang on. Oh, shit. That's what I'm talking about. I thought it was going to be a piece of iron, and that is exactly why you should dig every single target, whether it sounds off with iron or gold. If I had have just walked away from that target without scratching it out to see what it was, that piece of gold would have been left behind. Now let's have a look at it. Oh, let's see if we got any finer stuff with it. Oh, look at him. That's my biggest piece today. It's definitely a pick of that one. Let's see. I don't know how well you see it. Tip of my finger, there's a speck. And there's a couple of little specks, but this little pick is the goer. Look at him. What I'll do is, once I'm back at home, I'll get all the gold that we got this morning, add it with this gold and show you the look. And with all that being said, I will end the video here, I guess. And we are back at home. I'm going to crush this quartz up, see what we get out of this, and then we will show you the gold we got out of the first gully. Then we'll show you the gold we got with the gold monster, and then we'll show you what comes out of the quartz, if anything comes of it, that is. We've crushed down our material. If I can get the camera to focus. We've got a lot of fine gold up the back there. So that quartz does have some gold value to it. This one is all the coarse gold we got out of our first gully that we hit this morning. There, all these little specks up the back are just super fine little bits of gold as well. And that's all the gold together for my daily take. It's nothing like the multiple ounces we were hoping for, but goodbye.